Hello and welcome back to the channel where we are building a video game from scratch using Love2d and Lua. We're working on this new bat entity system, which we got working yesterday, which is cool. It's just that there's an issue because our bat entity is kind of defined a lot like our geckos, which has a direction, which the bat doesn't need a direction, but when we omit the direction, we start crashing because of something. And I don't know why. So like, it's fine there, but what's weird is whenever we go to any other scene, see, this is just really weird. Like, I don't see why we would be even trying to concatenate a field of a direction for a bat entity because we're not even in a scene with a bat entity. So it said it crashed on what? Idle state? Let's see. So once we do a scene transition, concatenate field direction on idle state 13. So let's go check that out. Because we might just have to make a whole nother idle state 13, a whole nother okay. See, what's really weird is that our entity here, we shouldn't be initializing an entity without a direction because, well, let's take a look, because we have in our map declarations, we insert a bat right here. We say, go ahead and go into map 112 entities and go give us this bat, and then change all our entities to have this idle, which I'm guessing when we do this entity idle state, it's coming in here and saying, okay, well, now the dot entity that we pass in, which doesn't have a dot direction, we're trying to change an animation to, we're trying to concatenate that nil value, right? Because we don't have an entity direction. But what's weird is it must be okay, I don't get why it works, why we can walk out of the dungeon and it's fine. It's just that a scene transition breaks it. So we could only do this if our entity type is equal to a gecko, because only geckos right now have that direction field. So if we only assign an animation based on the direction of a gecko, maybe we will, looks like Jimmy just fell. Maybe we'll fix this bug here. So we're fine here. Let's see if we crash. We don't crash. So I guess the question is, why did it wait until we were done with the scene transition to crash there? Because our entity shouldn't get reinitialized because we're not even in the same scene at that point. So maybe we'll look at the finish shifting method and see if we could find anything with the entity. We do cycle through. Oh, maybe this reset original position uses the direction field, and maybe that's why. I'm gonna fix the Jimmy cam real quick. Yeah, let's dig into this reset original position, because I bet we're using the dot direction there, which our bat wouldn't have, but our bat wouldn't be existing in this dot entities table. So you know what? We might not update our current map on a warp zone, now that I think about it. We'll dig into that. Let's see. Check current map row and call upon warp zone, because we might be screwing that up. Okay. So this should be a method in our entity class. It's called reset original position. No? Reset. Entity. Reset original position. Now, oh, we have a direction inheritance here. Hey, what's up, Loki? How are you doing? Yeah, so this could be why it was breaking, but we can say if self.type is equal to gecko, then we want to inherit that direction only if we might have to check if we're a gecko type C either. Because a normal gecko is uncolored, right? And then the purple one is a gecko corrupted, which we call gecko C. So if we're any type of gecko, go ahead and assign that direction to be its an original direction. And let's see. I mean, we shouldn't crash still, but I am kind of curious if we go... If we take out the one thing we did that stopped us from crashing, if this new thing we did fixed that, so that would be in what? Entity walk state? No, it was okay, idle state. Okay. So let's try to comment this out and see if we don't crash anymore. I really don't know. I think it would crash still. Yo, I feel like our current map row and column is wrong. Oh, that is so weird. It doesn't crash. It doesn't crash when we do this. Now that we fixed our reset position. So, and that makes sense because we do... Yeah, okay. So there's a couple of ways to think about this. Like, part of me thinks that we should just have a new state for every different bad guy, so that we don't have to clog down the update function for our entity class with all of this. Well, if we're type gecko, do this. If we're type boar, do this. If we're type bird, do this. We can just say this entity is a bird fly state, or bat fly, whatever it is, and then we only update that bat fly. So I guess the downside to that is we lose out on... Actually, oh my gosh, yeah. Let's compare it to our walk state, because that's going to be more impressive. So we just have a thing where we're setting its... Yeah, this is going to be the way to do it, actually. Yeah. Oh, okay. This is definitely the way to do it. So instead of doing all of this, if type is whatever, what we're going to do is say geckos get gecko walk state. Bats get bat walk state. I should probably turn it to like pursue state or something. But if we do that, we don't have to do all of this type stuff. And then we don't have to worry about omitting direction in the change animation or anything, because our bats will literally just not have a direction. And we won't do anything with a dot direction if we're in a entity bat state. And then we'll just have to change when we define it, say, don't go into entity walk state, go into bat walk state or gecko walk state. Okay. I think that's the way to go about it. So we see, and then we don't have to do this where we say if we're type gecko, change to this with a direction. If we're a bat, change to this with fly, which prevented us from crashing because our change animation kind of overwrote this dot direction. And you know what? It is so weird. We set a direction here. Yeah, we don't want to do this. Okay, so I guess, are we using the direction in an entity idle state? Because I'm kind of hoping that our idle can be normal, like entity idle can work for bats and boars and geckos and everything. So entity walk, see, we do this change state to an entity walk. Okay. Okay. I think this is totally fine. I'm a little scared to, like, we don't need this dot direction unless, well, we need a dot direction so we know what we can do instead of including a dot direction in the entity idle state. The entity idle state, I think, is going to be the only one we don't specify as gecko or bat or whatever. So we're going to get rid of the direction and we're just going to say I think what we can do is say idle down, and that's just how they start facing, right? So we don't use a direction, we just say idle down. We are going to get rid of this bat change animation. It'll screw up our bat, but we are, yeah, okay, for now we'll keep it, but let's just see if it works when we plop our geckos back in. So we'll put our geckos back in here real quick and just make sure our geckos can spawn. Yes, they can. Okay. Okay, so the idea is every entity starts off in its idle state, which is basically just not moving, waiting to move because they're not being triggered yet. And then that's okay. Now we need to rename. See, and we'll do this. Actually, we do have to kind of do something here because in the idle state, our bat doesn't have an idle down. We could duplicate it. I don't think I like that. So for right now, we'll have change animation to fly. See, and what I'm confused about is like how are we able to change animation to idle down on a self.entity if that entity is a bat and that change animation doesn't have a legit animation to change it to? Because bat does not have idle down, it only has fly. So why would it not crash there? And then up here we're saying we're setting. See, and this is weird. We don't need to set our uncorrupted gecko because, well, I guess it depends on. I guess this is fine because this is just allows us to do a corrupted or uncorrupted gecko in the entity idle state. And I guess I feel like I'd want to run this method. Yo, where did Jimmy go? Jimmy crawled back up? I feel like I want to add this create animations method to the map declarations line of code instead of into the entity idle state. Okay, so I think I do want to do that because I don't want any type specific stuff getting in the way of our idle state. I think I want all of this stuff in the map declarations. So I could be wrong about that, but let's see. So we give ourselves the geckos. Then, for example, we need to run the create animations. Let's see, how would we do this? We need to run the create animations for every gecko. Change all the animations. Okay, so what we do have is we loop through all the entities we've got and we give them. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking of another issue is if we want different entities having different walk states, we'd have to. I guess it's not that bad because we would cycle through and then we would ask what entity type it is and then assign the walk state based on the type. I guess that's okay. And then change the state to entity idle. Okay. So I do think we need this in the loop that we are assigning this stuff. So as we loop, we go ahead and what I want to do is say if the entity at this location, so let's say anytime we have this, we say self.entity and we want to replace it with the given map, which we need weird escape characters for this map at 112 dot entities at index I and replace globally. Okay. Yes. Okay, so we're going to say let's cycle through our entities. If that entity is corrupted and a gecko, run the create animations method using the entity def for that animation for both regular and corrupted geckos, and then this would also be that same map at 112 entities index I, change animation to idle down. So that's a default animation change for every entity in that table there. And then we can say I'm going to screw that up. Oh, what did I do? Okay. Here we want to substitute every self.entity with the proper map at 112 entities index I. Yes. So by default, we change the animation to idle down. But if we're a corrupted bat, we're going to change the animation to fly. And this only runs once when we define them. And then we'll have to, instead of doing this, we have to loop through, or we have to ask the type. We say, okay, if the type is gecko, then place in the gecko walk state instead of the entity walk state, and then we'll change that gecko. Oh shoot! I think we need. This sucks. I think we need to move away from. No, I guess if we have an entity idle state and that's the same for each, then once the countdown is done, whatever that be, we can change the walk state to the type concatenated with the walk state. So we can say, if you're a gecko in your idle, when time's up, you go to gecko walk state. If you're a bat in your idle, you go to bat walk state. So that way we can make the same idle state go to different walking state methods depending on its type. I think that makes sense. I guess all right, Jimmy's just not very sticky today. the playback on that was fucking funny. I'm sorry, Jimmy. I don't mean to laugh. She'll probably climb back up there. Okay, so we moved all this junk out of the entity idle state, and instead we put it in the entity walk state. Do we crash? We don't. Hey, Norix. Hey, thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate that. Hey, thank you. Oh my. Well, I'm glad we didn't crash there, so that we did something right. So I guess the next move we do. See, I like this. Like we change all entities to an idle. Now, when we make the entities, when we insert them, we give them a type. So instead of saying bat C, I think we might have to say, yo, Norix, I really appreciate that. Thank you for stopping by. That's really cool. I'm not sure if we want to do... Because what I liked about it was that we can use the type and then concatenate that to a walk state of the corresponding type. So I guess that would mean we have a bat C walk type. I guess I'm kind of getting... I guess instead of having... I don't know, it's a little confusing because we have different animations if you're corrupted or not, but we only have one type. Like we don't have a type corrupted gecko, we just have type gecko. So how exactly for the geckos are we changing to... Because yeah, it's getting the gecko corrupted animations, but we're still just type gecko. I want us to be a type bat, and then the bat is already corrupted, and that is what chooses whether or not the animation is pulling from our corrupted atlas or our non-corrupted atlas. So I guess I'm just needing to find how we do the cleansing. Really? It would be gecko dot animations. when do we say entity walk state? Oh, we just do it here in the init. Okay. This is weird. Okay, so I think what we need to do... I think what we will need to do is change this. There's got to be another... Oh, here. This is where we're doing it. This is what I'm thinking of. When our geckos don't have any health anymore, we change their animation to the clean version and become no longer corrupted. So that's what we want. So I would like to change our bat class to not bat corrupted, just bat. So our type is just bat, and we are corrupted. So we'll have to add a similar thing where we say if our bat is out of health, change our animations to the non-corrupted bat and have them fly off. So we can say once we instantiate it with the corrupted animations, which is what we do here for the geckos. That sounds right. And then we don't need a direction for the bat. But what we do need to do is change our walk state. Our entity walk state now needs to become gecko walk state. And we need to change not to entity walk state, but if it's a type gecko, change it to gecko walk state. And then in our entity walk state, we need to have a way of saying we have the type. Is there a change state? To go back to, no, there isn't a change state. But in our entity idle state, there should be a change state to walk. No? Change animation. How do we go? Oh, this needs to be in the idle state. There we go. Change state. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. Like we need to have this change state based on the type. So if the time is up and we're a type gecko, then we want to change state to not an entity walk, but a gecko walk or something like that. So we need an entity walk. Where are we saying that entity walk is titled like that? Right here. Okay. Okay. All right, I think we're in business now. I think we can do this. Jimmy really didn't climb up, and she's just staring at me on the floor. I don't think the camera can angle that way. Alright, got her head in there. She'll crawl now that I moved it. Okay. Yeah, I think we're in business for this. So we can kind of stub this out. So like we don't want right now, we want okay, yeah, let's do this where we say if the entity at this location, which I just got a better idea how to pull this out, but we'll go into here and we'll say entities, man. We'll say if the type of this entity is equal to gecko, then we want to give the gecko 2 state machines. and it'll be an entity idle and then a gecko walk. So gecko walk is the key, and then gecko walk state will become the new state. So if we're type gecko, we give ourselves two different states, an idle state and a gecko walk state. Then we change our state to idle because our idle state has logic where we wait for a random amount of time and then we change. We're going to change to a key from our state machine that's equal to the type concatenated with -walk, so that we can go from a bat, bat can go to a bat walk, gecko can go to a gecko walk. Okay, so what we don't have is this literal gecko walk state. So what we need to do is give us this. We have it. We have all the right logic, but it's in our states, and it's in our entity, and it's this one right here, entity walk state. So we need to duplicate this. Is there a way? Huh. Okay, well let's go into our directory here. We'll go into states and we will go into entity, and we're just going to copy our entity walk state .lua into a new file called gecko walk state.lua. Make sure we spell it right. Gecko walk state.lua. Okay. We made it. So we've got it right there. Now, oh, we need to resource this. Okay, states. Okay, we have a gecko walk state now. So this is now called, and what we can do, we can highlight all of the entity walk states and replace with gecko walk state. Okay. So now we have a gecko walk state, and our gecko walk state will change animation to walk whatever our current direction is. Okay, and then our gecko walk update. Okay, so when we go to change state from our idle, see, we won't need this. We'll take this out. I like keeping it separated because once we get like 5 different entities, we don't want to have 5 different branching logics for every single entity in there. We just want the corresponding logic for the corresponding entity. And luckily, our entity class has all of the features like create animations or get current frame for the animating, but the state can have individual AI for every different type of bad guy. So I think this is the way to do it. So yeah, we have, see, we have this corrupted bat logic, which we don't need. We don't need this if type gecko anymore because this is a type gecko. So that's what's cool about that. It makes it a little bit easier for a gecko walk state. So I like that. Okay. Okay, I like leaving the health bars on there just in case we need them for later. So let's see I know. Let's take out our bat because I feel like our bat... Well, let's just see if it works. No. Entity 122. See, it's going to be tough for us to find what we screwed up. Change state to change name. Oh, in our idle... In our idle state, when we go to see entity walk, we want to change this. For right now, we'll change it to gecko walk. Yeah. For right now, we'll just do that. Now, we're still going to crash because I think our bat is screwed up. So let's get rid of our bat for now. Let's not insert this bat here. So we'll not insert this bat because our bat is still trying to do our other walk state. And then let's check. Gecko walk state. Change state to entity idle. Okay, let's see. Okay. Gecko walk state, nil value. That's something. Gecko walk state. Oh, we need to go into our dependencies here and make sure we require our gecko walk state here. Okay, I'm hoping this works. I'm feeling good about this. Yes, they're a little fast. They're a bit fast. But, oh no, some of the logic, oh god. Oh, some of the AI is jacked up. I can't tell if it's jacked up because they're just moving too fast or jacked up because we screwed something up. Let's slow them down. When we insert our geckos, we'll give them a walk speed that's slower. We have a random walk speed from this. Let's just half our walk speed. Okay, they should be slower. Okay, nice. Okay, they don't look jacked up. I think they were just too fast. Okay. Okay. Cool. Gecko walk state done. Now let's try to insert a bat walk state without a direction. I think that'll work. It's so hard for me to wrap my head around this, but gecko needs a direction because in the gecko walk state, we set its AI based on the direction. So here in the gecko walk state, wherever we use direction, yeah, see, we're setting its AI path based on a direction. So gecko needs that. Bat does not need that. So let's go back and add our bat. So we'll say, okay, now insert a bat. There is no direction anymore. We are of type bat, not bat corrupted. But then we go in here and we create our animations. Now we need to do this for our bat. We need to create our animations if we're a bat. So I'm kind of wondering if there's a way. No, I think this is the way to do it, where we say we need to snag the entity that is of type bat, right? So if our type is bat, then we need to create the animations for a corrupted bat. We need both. No, we shouldn't need the cleansed geckos, I don't think. Let me see, because if we... Okay, let me get rid of the bat once more real quick, and we'll try to... Let's see if... I don't think we need this second change animation, because we do this in the idle state, we reassign this. I think we should, yeah, we should be fine. Yeah. So let's, oh, and you know what? Let's just test if we cleanse it, because that's what really matters here. Yeah. Man, something's jacked up with the knockback now. P? Did you mean Command P? I don't know why our knockback is jacked up. Entity knockback. We're saying we're cycling through fire spell collides. Yeah, we're not getting any knockback right now. If self.type gecko, if we are a gecko and there's a successful spell cast, we check for collision. I'm thinking that is our fire spell collides part of our entity class? I think it is. Because we're playing the hurt sound, but we're not knocking our gecko back. Okay, I am a little confused why they're not getting knocked back. Maybe if we jack up the spell knockback, will it work? Spell knockback is defined in constants. Let's just, for testing, 10x that. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, maybe not 70, maybe just, I don't know what we changed. But we did have to change their walk speed as well. Oh my god. So the knockback is working, it's just way too much. So why did, let's do 90, let's see what 90 looks like. I know this was like a fine tuning when we were doing it. That's not enough. Let's do 150. It's not working like I thought it would. What is going on with that? Because we didn't change anything from our entity class that would affect this. But we haven't tested our spell knockback in a little while, so we did change our DX and DY for oh, you know what? We might be like double dipping here on the DX DY adjustment. Because we do it here. Look, I'm curious if we take this out, if we still get modified by a knockback. Oh, see, we are double dipping because we shouldn't even be moving if we took that out. So we need to, where do we leave this logic? Do we leave this? I think we leave this here in the entity class. And then in the walk state, in the gecko walk state, we need to take out our double dipping of, where is it? Entity gecko walk state. Anytime we modify our DX, yeah, we're doing it again here. So this is what we need to get rid of. Because we're modifying our entities DX and DY already. So let's go ahead and just not double dip there, and we should get knockback. We'll have to speed up walk speed again. Okay, I can't tell if it's working. I think they're just so slow. Let's speed them up and then boost our knockback till it's accurate again. So let's go get them a random value. Let's speed this up again. And it's funny, we like cut it in half almost as if we accidentally doubled it, which we did double it. So that's why cutting it in half seemed like the right move. So that looks better. Now, do we have knockback? It does a little bit. You know, we need more. So let's do that. Let's say that this is 200 now. Does it work? Oh, okay. Oh my god. Wow, he knocked my ass out of the dungeon. Why does go like 90 looks like nothing and 200 is like the world? Yo, what is happening here? Why? How come 200 is like ridiculous and 100 barely moves the needle? We're like, because oh my gosh, see why was that so much? If they hit us, we go like mad. Okay, so see, like even like that's too much to knock us back. Okay, I'm confused why that got all out of whack. Because now, like that's way too far. And it only works sometimes. Man, there's something we screwed up in the walk state that I'm just not accounting for. I think we do have this. Oh, we are. I think we're just doing our dx/dy wrong here. Because when we're updating, if our direction is down, we have a walk speed direction. No, that sounds all right. It's just that when we get knocked, oh, we reset our dx and dy here. Yeah, okay, so yeah, this is why I had it pulled out here. Let's try to see what happens if we bring this back. Because this is what's screwing it up. When we get a spell knockback, we modify our change in y velocity. But then we go to walk, since we're in walk state, then we overwrite that knockback velocity with the walk speed velocity, which is why they look like they move a little bit, but then they just resume at normal speeds, because that's exactly what's happening. So let's do that. Let's just see if instead of doing dx for the walk, we just move dx by our walk speed. I think that'll work. Nice. Oh my... Okay. Yeah, it's knocking him. But I'm like knocking him more than once sometimes, and I don't get why. And the knockback is still too much. Okay, let's try this. That looks better. See, they're just, it's colliding too much. It's, if we're hit, if our entity is flashing, we shouldn't be able to collide again, so we shouldn't hear this double collision. We shouldn't ever hear that double collision on one entity. And they're cleansing real quick. So I think we screwed up something with the collision We have a spellcast collision with entities. Entity to spellcast. Oh no. Entity to spell. No. I don't even see where we're doing this. Where are we doing... This is where we're doing the player knockback, but not the entity knockback. Do we have... Right here. See, look, we have this and not self-hit. And we become hit here. And then we don't reset our dot hit until we're done flashing. Or if our dx and dy becomes 0. So, and not hit. Yeah. This should prevent us. Now, when do we damage flash false? Okay. So we do only play the hurt sound if our gecko here, and we do have a type gecko. I don't know if I like that in the entity class. Probably should be in the walk state. It shouldn't get hit twice, because the thing is they have 3 health and they cleanse like right away. That means we're detecting 3 collisions in a very fast time, because we shouldn't detect a collision, we shouldn't hurt, we shouldn't remove damage if we're not self-hit, and we become hit. So once we become hit false, which is a dx and dy of 0, we become hit. So we could either change this to like a hit timer, because when we get knocked back, we assign our dx to a value, and then we slow that value to a stop here. Okay. This is weird. I don't know why this changed, because we shouldn't be able to... Well... See, we shouldn't be able to hit them twice while they're moving. Now, the stop doesn't necessarily... Yeah, see, that's just way jacked up. Oh, gosh. I did not think I'd be trying to fix this tonight. Okay, I think our knockback is still too much. Okay, I'm gonna have to add some debugging to these bad boys, because their dx and dy must not be correct, because we're detecting multiple hits. So let's go into our gecko walk state. And we will render not our health, but I want to put I want to render the dx and dy. So we'll say set color to white, and we'll just duplicate this. We want to render the dx and the dy. So let's do this where we say dx dy. Okay. Our geckos should be rendering this in walk state now. Okay, so let's see if this is right. Wow, it looks right. Oh. Are we doing it on any... When we become hit false in our entity state? Where is it? Hit false. Okay, we need this to be and. Yep. Not if either or, but both and. This should fix it. Yeah. We only hit him once. Yes. Now they're not cleansing super fast. Okay. That's right. Okay. So now is the knockback okay? Yeah. That looks okay for the knockback. Then when they hit us, yeah, that looks right. Okay. Nice. Oh, God. Okay. That looks right. Sweet. Okay, so now we can get to our bats. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad we got that working. So, gecko walk state here. Yeah, we'll take this off. Okay. So, we have our geckos. We start our geckos in the same entity idle state that everything will get. And same with our bats. So when we come in here, you know, we're changing the state of our bats to entity idle. And if it's a type bat, we're getting the change animation. And we're also creating the animation for it if it's a type bat as well. Then we need to do the state machine for a bat. So we'll say if we're a bat, let's give us a bat walk. It's not walk, but that's what I'm going to call it. So we have an entity idle and a bat walk for the bat. And then this change state to idle. Okay. So we need this bat walk, which we are going to modify what we used to have for it, which was working, but now we'll just not use direction and take out any gecko logic from the update. So we'll come in here. Yeah, our entity walk state is now going to become bat walk state. Okay, and then bat walk state, it isn't going to change to walk. it is going to change. And actually, we don't even need to change it. Let's just make sure. We're going to say... Okay, I think what we can get away with is this. If we're corrupted, create animations for gecko. If we're not corrupted. And this needs to be... For right now, these will both be bat C because we only have a corrupted bat, but we'll add an uncorrupted bat animation here. So... And I guess I don't care for this in the init. Right, because we define it when we make it in our declarations here. We bat walk state. I think we... I thought we created it. Oh, we do right here. But does this have to be... Okay, so the animations table is separate from the walk state. So we're just saying that that entity that has a dot animations also has a dot state machine with these two values in it. And we're already saying, hey, when we make this bat, put into its animations table a create animations of not gecko, but this needs to be bat C, because we start off as corrupted. And then here, just like how we took out this one, we don't need this because we just say give us the corrupted version because that's how we spawn. Then when we're in our gecko walk state, I want to say, then we are doing this where we're saying, see, and this isn't it either. It's right here. Once we change, then we reassign that dot animations. Okay, so we don't need the uncorrupted gecko here either. Let's just make sure. I messed up. We should have kept entity walk state because our NPCs are using that. So I'm just going to pull it from our last commit here. Yeah, we still need... I shouldn't have deleted that. Entity walk state. Okay, I'm just gonna snag this. Okay. I'm sure there's a way to do that in Git, and I just don't know. Okay. I changed a lot of junk. I don't know what went wrong. We changed our animation. Okay, so where does it say we're crashing? Entity idle on 23. Okay, we don't have a current animation. Okay, so we need this where we can say if if our entity type is gecko, change state to gecko walk. And if our entity's type is bat, then we're going to change state to our bat walk. Oh, and you know what? I think this is actually messing up because we didn't rename any of our bat walk or require it. Right? So then change state bat walk. Okay. Let's make sure we're getting our bat walk. Yeah, see, we have this called entity walk state still. So let's make this bat walk. So we'll substitute entity walk with bat walk. And then we need to make sure we require it. Okay. Shit. Okay. I'm gonna take out our bat and just make sure our bat is our issue. So if we don't have a bat, do we work? We do. Okay, so it's just our bat that's the issue. So when we insert a bat, we are saying just put a bat in the dot entity, and then we're cycling through our entities and we're saying if that entity is a bat, change its animations to be the bat, then change the animation to idle down. Okay, so maybe that's here. We can say if it's, because we don't have a idle down animation for the bat, so we might have to say if this is a gecko. Oh, and you know what? It's not bat C, it's just bat. Let's see that. Because this should overwrite the animation for a bat. We shouldn't crash. Yes, okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay because in our idle state, let's make sure. Okay, we have a state machine gecko walk state, and then for our bat, we have a bat walk state. Cool. Then both of them go to entity idle, so let's go check out that. And we'll see that entity idle state change to bat walk. Yeah. So what is it not like here? Because it doesn't like when the bat becomes awoken. And a global bat walk state is a nil value. Map declarations. Dependencies bat walk state. Bat walk state. Bat walk state. Bat walk state. We do have it. Maybe in the bat walk state. We're really close. Now we don't need direction. And we don't need any of this junk. Bat walk state, yes. Bat walk state dot Lua. Yeah, we should have it. Bat walk state. We should have it. This is weird. He's not even becoming walking right now. Oh god. Why? Why did it not crash that time? But it didn't switch to walk. What did we change? Oh, bat. Not bat C, so that we can get a DX. Okay, this might be it. We should just walk. Come on. Yes. Okay. That's it. Okay. Now we shouldn't need to change the animation because we changed the animation once right after we create it, so it's flapping. We can slow down the flap a bit too. That's a little fast. Okay. This is great. This is great. Okay. Because now we don't have to ask what type this is to do a specific process AI. We can just give it bat logic right here and we'll render as normal. So yeah, we don't need this junk anymore. Okay, this is very good. This makes a lot more sense to me than what we used to be doing. So we don't have a direction. Let's make sure we walk and do a scene transition that it doesn't crap out on us again. Okay, nice. So we're not crashing upon a scene transition, and we have entities that idle. Oh, that one looked a little messed up. Oh, why does that guy crawl? That gecko's crawling before they're walking. They should be still. The gecko, the entity idle state. Let's see. If it's a gecko, oh, change to, oh no, not this. Idle state, current animation. Okay. They should be in idle state. They are in idle state, but their animation is not. So we need to make sure, oh, see, look, idle down. Idle down. Change animation to idle down. Let's see if we take this out of here and put it instead in the entity idle state. And we put it right here. We say no. It's what? It's just change animation. If self.type is equal to gecko, then we want to say change animation. We run, we go to, gosh man, what is that? change animation on the entity. So self method change animation to walk idle down, idle down. Should work there too. Should work. Gecko walk entity idle. So we changed them all to entity idle. So in our entity idle, what do we have the change animation set to? We don't have it. Okay. Well, let's just try it. We'll change animation to idle down. Why? Okay, let's look at the gecko. No, I guess it would be, gosh, just in the map declarations. Change state to entity idle. We have that state, entity idle state, yeah. And then in the entity idle state, we don't have a change animation, so let's just try that again. And we'll just say this, oh my gosh. Gecko, change animation, idle, down. Why doesn't this work? It does. Okay, so now they're not walking, they're just idling. Okay. Knockback is working. Our knockback's working. Okay. This is very good. So now we can have individual AI for different types of entities. And a lot of the overused or reused logic, like create animations and get current frame and animate and move and stuff, all of that is in the entity class. And then we have a state machine to control the different AI for different behaviors. So now we've got, what I want to do is, how do we, like, for example, let's say our bat walk state, instead of doing this, which is saying, let's just give our DX a left value, a negative value. Instead of doing that, what if we gave both our DX and DY like a value, a revolving, like a circular value. So like, I forget how to do this. I might ask some AI here how to do this. How do I make X and Y position go around in circles? Yeah, I don't like the sensor. Yeah, but so apparently, I mean, we can just use, sine and cosine of a value that's just getting bigger, and then have our x be set to whatever this value is. Let's try to do this just to get a different look for the bat for now. And you know what? Well, this is just totally unnecessary because the logic we're looking for is not to be circular, it's to track the player. So we won't worry about that just yet. So I guess what we will do, we'll give it a negative value here, but what I do want to do is shrink the art that we made yesterday. It's too big, it's too gross to me. So we'll have to go and we'll do this in... I saved the bat list here somewhere. Okay. So yeah, instead of this size, we want it smaller. Let's do this where we can change canvas size to not 32. Let's do 24 and maybe 10. That's looking better. And then we can just scale our little guy here. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. How do you scale this thing? Frame 1. Just placeholder art. And frame 2. Okay. This is just placeholder art, but I do think I'm more motivated to work on it when it's looking better than just no effort, you know? Just add a little bit. The head is just totally off, so let's take this head. Okay, we'll do this for now. This is looking better. So let's save this new batless. Export as a sprite sheet. Batless PNG. We're at in our graphics folder. That looks right. Overwrite. Yes. Export. Okay. So now with a new size, we're defining it based on its own width and height. So we should be actually. We are not. We need to go when we declare it in our batless, in our quads. We need to say bat. Where is it? Yes. Okay, we need to give these values. And this is a, let's just view our size, 24 by 10. 24 by 10. So 24 width and 10. Cool. Now it should work. Nice. Much better. Okay. Oh, lordy. Okay. That's okay. I mean, we haven't done any of that collision stuff. So the bat will be different than... Yeah. I don't like the bat's movement very much, but maybe it's the speed. It's just too fast. We can change the speed by going into the entity definitions and tweak the interval for the fly animation. So instead of 0.07, we can give it 0.17, and let's see. A lot slower. Okay. Cool. So that's just the placeholder for the bat, but we've got a whole, we're not very different than what we are when we started, from a looking at the game standpoint, but from a code standpoint, we now have different states for different entities. So we don't have to bunch in a bunch of different entity types into one entity walk class and just ask every entity, no matter what type it is. Now we're just going to say, if we're a bat, only worry about the bat state. If you're a gecko, only worry about the gecko state. And then we don't have to have any of this weird errors like we were crashing with a direction field for a bat, even though bats don't need or use a direction field. That issue is fixed now. So that's really important. I'm going to look at the git diff because I know we touched a bunch. We changed our batless. In our reset original position method, we are now only resetting the direction if we're a gecko because our bat doesn't have that. Yeah, we fixed this bug for the knockback. We add in our bat walk state and our gecko walk state, which is super nice. Yep. Added a whole new batless, changed the interval. Yeah, we took out from the entity idle state a bunch of type logic, which I think was a great idea. And then okay, before we commit, let's do this in the entity idle state to not do this so poorly, but we'll do it like we said, which is not what I wanted. Oh, man. We can concatenate with the type, so it'll be really easy there. At idle state, yes. So instead of asking what type we are and changing a state here, we did this. So all we have to do is say, let's do a self.entity change state. And the state we want to change it to is a concatenated version of the string version of our type, either bat or gecko, and then ... concatenate with a string that is a hyphen walk. So either bat walk or gecko walk. So we turned those, 5 lines of code into this. And this will work. This will scale with any, as long as we keep the naming convention, this will scale to any number of entities. So we say entity idle. Everyone can idle. All idle does is just wait to move. And then when you're ready to move, you're going to change to the state that is your corresponding type walk. So become walking essentially. Let's just make sure that doesn't break. Nice. Nice. Oh gosh, that guy was fast. You know what? That gecko looked jacked up. He looked like he messed up. Why does that gecko look all jacked up? I'm a little, I don't know, this doesn't seem as smooth as it used to be. Huh. I feel like it might set... Oh, you know what it is? I think it just looks glitchy if they change directions the instant they turn into the walk state. Because the ones that go down, well, I don't know. They looked fine there. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it. But we did a lot of good work today. We refactored entity walk states. Refactored individual entity walk states for gecko and bats, and then shrunk bat size down. That's really nice. I probably should have said, no, that's okay. Refactored individual entity walk states. That's okay. All right. We'll push that commit, and did it not work? Nothing's working in Get Fugitive right now. Oh no. What? My Get Fugitive is not wanting to work. And we're frozen. What is going on? Is our internet down? No. Temporary failure. Is GitHub down right now? No. Okay, I don't see what the issue is. That's it. That's the one. I mean, maybe our SSH key like expired while in the course of yesterday and today. What the heck? I'll have to figure this out. That's going to drive me crazy that I'm going to forget to figure that out. So, temporary failure in name resolution. Let me just check my keys, I guess. SSH key. Yeah, it says it's fine. All right, I don't know. I'll just have to figure out how to commit that. Or to push it. We did commit it. I'll try it tomorrow, I guess. But let's run the credits for the game, and we'll find someone to raid out here too. Let's see. Hypnotic is streaming. Yeah, we'll raid out to Hypnotic. Thanks for watching, everyone. Today was kind of meandering, but this is all like the nasty, boring stuff that I always put off. So it came due to just do it right, you know. So before the demo, it'll be easy. Going forward, it'll be so easy to add more of this stuff into the game because we're doing the work right now for it. So it's a good thing to get done. But yeah, a little boring and a little bug hunting, but it's good. This is the good stuff. So thanks to all of our credited supporters here on the game. I'm hoping to get the demo up on Steam in the next month. I think we can do it. I made some music for the title screen. We have this dungeon to finish once we finish these bats. And then we have a couple of screens to make. And then we've got pushing crates and inventory stuff and spell casting and dialogue systems. So I think we're in a good spot for the demo. I think we can get it done in a month if we really go for it. I think we could do it. So thanks for watching. We'll raid out here. Peace out. Have a good night.